Some workshops for students here in this very building at Taller, and they're going to be doing a brief demonstration of some traditional Puerto Rican rhythms, bomba y plena, and discuss how they relate to the Carnival traditions, especially in Ponce, in the southern part of Puerto Rico.
I just want to introduce my group members. I have Jonathan here, he's one of my lead singers for the Plena. I have Michael, who's one of our percussionists. I have Nico, who does the reggaeton singing for the bomba. Chris, which is one of our lead dancers, and Santiago, which is one of our percussionists. We also have some dancers that are upstairs getting ready for you guys for a little bit later on tonight. Now, a little bit about the Plena. You hear a lot of plena in some of the carnivals in Puerto Rico, especially in Ponce. I know some of you know about the vejigantes. We have two different types of vejigantes. There's one that comes from Luisa in Puerto Rico, which is made of a coconut. You can see some of the artwork that Taller has there. And the one from Ponce is made out of paper mache, water, flour, you know, it's real simple to make, but can get really detailed at certain points. Now, to go into the plena, we have panderos, okay? There are 3 panderos to start the plena rhythm. There's a bajo, and there's a seguidor and a requinto. Then we have the guiro, or which is known in Puerto Rico, the original name is guicharo. A lot of people know it as guiro, they don't really know it as guicharo, but that is the original name for the guiro when we played in Puerto Rico. And then we also use, instead of the maraca, sometimes we use the shekere, okay? It's also a gourd with the beads around to give it that sound, okay? Now, this first instrument, what I'm gonna do is, I know we don't have too much time, is I'm gonna go real brief over some of the percussion of the plena, how it started. We have the bajo, which is the biggest drum, okay, which gives the bass. A little bit louder. Okay, this is the bajo, this is what starts the plena, okay? Then we have the seguidor that comes in. A little bit more from him. And then, the one thing special about the smallest pandero, okay, this is called the requinto or quinto. This drum adds a lot of flavor to the plena with many cuts, okay, different types of solos, various types of sounds. Then we have the guicharo. Okay, and we have the shekere. Now in Puerto Rico, okay, back in the day, plena was more so known as an instrumental newspaper, okay? Now, they didn't really have a way to spread the news around Puerto Rico. So the way they did it, whether it be in the morning or the afternoon, you would hear the panderos going off in the town, and they would talk about what would happen in the town, whether it be a fire, somebody got married, I just bought a new car, right? No matter what type of news it might be. One of the songs I know is, they have one talking about a fire in the town, which is called Fuego. Fuego, 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 fuego la cantera, llámelo bombero, mama, que el pueblo se quema, okay? And the song goes on and on. But again, plena, one of the most important things about plena, which is seen in a lot of carnivals in Puerto Rico, is that it spreads the news of what happens in that town, because they didn't have a way of talking about what went around in that town. So that's pretty much it for the plena. I want to go into the bomba, and I'm going to let Chris Aviles explain a little bit about the bomba, where we have some of the percussionists jump on top of the drums. And again, we're going to show you guys a little performance of some plena and bomba a little bit later on tonight. Thank you.
As Anthony said, my name is Christopher Aviles. I hope I can get as much of the story out in the little bit of time that we have. Am I talking loud enough on the mic? Okay. So bomba is a very different type of music. It's not like any type of music that you hear on the radio, that you might hear out in the street, right? This type of music you don't dance to this music. This music gets played to you. So let me elaborate on that a little bit. There's a basic rhythm. We want to play a little bit of sika right now, bomba sika. What you hear right now is a basic rhythm called bomba sika, right? So there's a basic paseo. A paseo is the basic dance, right? This is basically showing off to everybody that you're about to be the one in the spotlight. There's nobody else dancing at the same time that the person that's tropicando is dancing, right? So, every movement that the dancer does gets replicado on the drum. So if I go something like, you heard that? There was a different tone to the music. The drum is talking to the dancer. Without the dancer, there's no bomba. Without the drums, there's no bomba. You can't turn on the CD and listen to bomba and just dance to the CD, right? You can't just watch a dancer or listen to the drum and not see no dance to this music. It's not the same. So, there's 5 basic rhythms. 5 basic rhythms known as the basic rhythms. There's sika, which is being played right now. There's cuembe, which is being played right now. This right now is called roulette, and we're going to convert it into a seis corrido, so you guys get a little bit of taste of how seis corrido is played. It's a very upbeat, very special type of music to me, near my heart. I love that type of music. That music is really known to be played in a pueblo called Loíza in Puerto Rico. A music that has a lot of roots from Africa. A lot of roots from Africa. Then you have Hollandés. Another very upbeat music. And then you have dua. A very elegant, slow rhythm. Right now, what Tony is doing on the drum, he's doing something called subiendo. Okay? He's the subidor right now. Right now, what he's doing is he's talking for the music. There should be nobody else on the music doing what Hernández is doing right now. But the other two, Santiago and Michael are doing right now, they're juliando. They're keeping the basic rhythm so we don't lose rhythm. He's playing the segura right now, or what would be used as the maraca. So I think I just simplify that as basic as I can. I could talk up here for hours and hours about what this music means and where it comes from, the history.
Thank you, everybody. Tropicalismo for having us here. and definitely listen to some of the other different cultures, Brazil, Mexico. Brought some new light to me. Very interested in this, so I'm gonna do a little bit of research on that myself. But again, thank you everybody for having us. We are Los Bomberos de la Calle. Gracias.